What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Am for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love, man. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, or my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. Hopefully, my notification gang pulls through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Pisces. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. By the way, Pisces Love 5, welcome on in. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you all so much. Starting out here with the Pisces. Happy Monday, everybody. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on here for Team Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Piscean, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Wands. So you could be connecting with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the Five of Wands reversed. Looking at what you're dealing with, Pisces, we got here the Eight of Swords. And then lastly for you is going to be the Eight of Cups. So Pisces, coming into the next 24 hours for you guys, we have here the Two of Wands to the Five of Wands in reverse. It definitely feels to me like you're choosing to diffuse a situation rather than to continue to engage in one. So instead of dealing with somebody's negativity or somebody's energy that isn't quite right, I feel like investing in it is the last thing that you want to do here. So you're diffusing a situation rather than investing into something that is temporarily or possibly, explosive or negative. It's about not wanting to get into somebody's drama or get into somebody's negativity, okay? So you're diffusing the situation by not choosing to engage. Taking a look at what you're dealing with though, Pisces, you're dealing with the Eight of Swords. I feel like you have a lot of thoughts regarding whatever the situation is. So do keep in mind, Pisces, you could be connecting with a friend, family member, lover. This reading could be resonating towards anything. But what it looks like to me is like, you're wondering why somebody is acting so weird or is acting so out of character. Somebody here is very negative, I feel, or is in a very bad mood, and you're choosing not to engage with that. I definitely feel like you rather diffuse the situation than engage into it, but at the same time, it leads you to think, why is this person behaving this way? Eight of Swords, why are they acting this way? You can't really place your finger on it on why somebody here is kind of acting a bit out of character. Looking at the outcome that's present, we do have here the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is like, well, I'm going to kind of leave them to it. I don't feel like wanting to get into the middle of whatever is currently going on in their life. If they need to talk to me about something, I'm sure they'll reach out to me, but considering that somebody here has been a little bit more hostile lately or been a little bit more negative or kind of explosive, I'd rather just go ahead and back off from them than engage with them when they're kind of in this mindset. So you rather wait and see for things to calm down first before you kind of ask somebody what's going on or what's wrong. So this could potentially be anybody in your life. It could be a friend, a family member, a loved one. This could be somebody at your workplace, but somebody here has definitely been different. You're acknowledging that. So instead of, engaging with them, I just see you pulling back, being a little bit more distant. And, when they seem much more calmer and when they seem more like themselves, maybe you'll reach out then, okay? All right, Pisces, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So I don't really blame you for that situation either. It's usually good when it's like the time feels right. If it doesn't feel right now, Pisces, don't reach out. But when things feel a little bit calmer, you can kind of reach out and say, hey, you've been a little bit off. What's going on? So I would agree with waiting to engage with this person. All right. So we started out with our water signs today. Let's go ahead and do water, fire, air, earth. Going on to the fire. Let's have a look here at the Sagittarius. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up here for Team Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got, man. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Sagittarius, overall energy for you is going to be the Ten of Wands. You could be connecting with a fire sign for a few of you. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the Page of Wands. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then lastly for you, Saggy, is going to be the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So, taking a look at this energy for your next 24 hours, 10 of Wands upright, and then the Page of Wands showing up here too. It's pretty interesting because it feels weird to me personally. I mean, the Ten of Wands is typically a card that talks about having a lot on your plate, feeling like you have a lot of burdens. And then the Page of Wands is like wishing that things could kind of be different. The Page of Wands is like fantasizing, kind of thinking like, I wish I wasn't here right now. I wish I didn't have all these burdens surrounding me or clouding me. I just wish things turned out differently is what I keep hearing for you, Sagittarius. So you might be in a situation right now where you feel like you have a lot on your plate and you kind of wish that you weren't dealing with everything that you're dealing with. You wish you were just kind of in a completely different scenario. You know, taking a look at what you're dealing with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse could symbolize unrequited love. So for a few of you Sagittarians, you could be in a position where you might be dealing with somebody who potentially lost feelings. And if that's the case for you, it's really difficult because it's like, damn, I wish they never did, you know? Now, if that's not the case here for you, Sag, you might be feeling like personally in your life right now, you don't feel pretty fulfilled with how it's panning out. You know, as a general message to Sagittarians, you might feel unfulfilled in your life in general, meaning that maybe you are not feeling fulfilled within your career, fulfilled within your love life, fulfilled within your personal life. It's like, I wish I had more, or I wish things were differently, because the way they are right now doesn't seem very fulfilling to me. There isn't this source of happiness that's coming in. So some of you guys might be realizing, I'm not really happy with where my life's at right now. Looking at the outcome that's present though, you do have here the Ace of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands reversed is one of those energies though of like, I don't know like what my future should be. I don't really know how to make it better. So some of you guys might be feeling stuck in your life right now, not knowing how to make it better, not knowing how to find your source of happiness. And it's like, I don't know how to figure this out. I don't know how to change things. I just feel stuck, and that's what I'm burdened by. So if you're a Sagittarius and this is resonating with you, even if you're not a Sagittarius and this message is resonating with you, let me tell you, I've been in this place in my life personally plenty of times where I felt like, okay, I'm not really happy and content right now, but I also don't know what to do to change that, you know? It's a really confusing and sucky kind of energy to be a part of. But what I learned is that as time goes on, as life goes on, how you're going to figure out where your source of happiness comes from, is that it comes from you, right? Everything outside of yourself can be an added benefit to something that can make you happy. But your real true source of happiness has to come within you. And a lot of people are like, well, how the hell do we find that source of happiness within ourselves? We have to really focus on embracing and channeling the light that already exists within us. For example, we have the ability to literally feel every single emotion there is. Sagittarius, you can feel happiness just as much as you can feel sadness. You can feel anger as much as you can feel fear. Every emotion that we feel is already embodied and living within us. So that must mean happiness lives within us as well, right? So if you want to find happiness, it has to start within you. Well, how will you start to channel that energy? Start focusing on things that you'd rather be happier with. If you're unhappy with yourself, what could you do to change that outcome? What could you do to be more happy with the person that you are? Are there things to improve upon? If there are things to improve upon, go ahead and get started. Start improving what you wish. It really all starts with you. The more you start working on being happy with who you are, happy with what you represent, happy in general with the being that you are, the more you will start to attract and radiate happy experiences and positive experiences into your life. Remember, if there's anything you want in this world, it all starts with you. A person cannot attract a very wealthy lifestyle if they don't feel wealthy and worthy and deserving of wealth from within first. So go back to that energy, go back to that statement that everything starts with you, and when you start to work on yourself, your Sagittarius, everything else around you will unravel to the vibration that you are emitting, okay? So coming into your next 24 hours, take all that into consideration. If you're a Sagittarius right now and you're like, I'm not really fond of my life, I don't really know where my happiness is gonna be, don't look for something outside of yourself like money, cars, things of that nature to bring happiness in, because all that's temporary. If you want to find your true source of happiness, it's got to start with you being content in who you are, okay? So everything starts with you. Remember that quote, okay? All right, Sagittarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, we started out with the water, we did the fire, going on to the air signs. Let's have a look here at the Aquarius. What do we got, baby? Messages for Team Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Aquarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. Give me 1 second, Aquarius. I did have a card that fell on the floor. 2 seconds, guys, and I'll be right back.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun.
Thank you for your patience, Aquarius. I appreciate it. So, let's see what we got going on here. Messages for Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Aquarian, we're going to get this last shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. Aquarius, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Cups. You could be connecting with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the Justice. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we have here the Star in reverse. And then lastly, for my Aquarian people, is going to be the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so coming into the next 24 hours for you, Aquarius, you know, the Justice card here to the Two of Cups. I think one of the most important things that you need right now within a relationship is balance. You know, you need to make sure that not only are you enjoying the time that you're spending with another person, but you have to be enjoying the time with yourself. I think that it's about being content with a relationship, but also having to be content with thyself. You need a good balance of that. If you're not happy with yourself, how is a relationship going to fulfill you, right? So I think you recognize this, and I think that that's what's starting to change for you in your life. You're realizing, I can't just go to a different relationship in hopes that that relationship will be what will make me happier and a better person. Because, of course, relationships we have in our life can influence us to be better, but it can't influence us to be our best selves. If you want to be your best self, you have to be willing to start that from you. If you want to be your best self, you have to be your best self, right? Nothing outside of you can make you that person. So I think you're realizing that despite all the relationships you've had in your life and will continue to have, you can't rely on other people to be the source of happiness, or you can't rely on other people to basically make you live the life you want to. It's all really going to start with you, which is actually pretty similar to what I was talking about with the sign I read previously, which was Sagittarius. So the Sagittarian reading is kind of similar here to what we talked about with them versus you. I mean, taking a look at what you're dealing with, Aquarius, you're dealing with a Star in reverse right now. I think a lot of you guys are realizing that you've been out of alignment for a while. You have been searching for something, but looking in the wrong places. So whether you've been searching for love, or whether you've been searching for happiness, or whether you've been searching for success, you have been looking for it outside of yourself for far too long. And the realization that you're having is that I need to make sure when I'm searching for these types of things, such as love, success, so on and so forth, I have to feel that within myself first. I cannot have another person make me feel successful. They may make me feel it temporarily, but if I don't feel it within me, it's not a true remark. I cannot have love come in from another person and actually truly love myself. Because if you don't love yourself, it doesn't matter how many other people love you, it's just going to be a temporary and very fleeting kind of feeling. So coming into the next 24 hours, you're realizing that moving forward in relationships that you have in your life, whatever they contribute to it, it's a bonus. But whatever you're really searching for, you must first find within you. Yeah. And that was a really, really hard thing for me, especially when I was younger, just to give you guys a bit of a personal experience. You know, when I was a lot younger, I always wanted to be loved, right? I would always search for partnerships, relationships to find people to love me and to care for me. But at that time, I was searching for love. Then it was the love that I didn't have for myself. And I realized that no matter how much love other people could give me, it was never enough. And the reason why it was never enough is because I did not have love for myself, you know? So when I made that connection, I realized there has to be a balance between what other people give you and, most importantly, what you give yourself. All right, Aquarius? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, ML, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Really, really appreciate that. You said, damn, that Sag reading hit deep. Thanks, bro. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for that donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate it and more than happy to help. So we did the water, we did the fire, we did the air, going on to the earth sign. Let's have a look here at the Virgo gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up here for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Virgo, let's have a look at you beautiful people. Hopefully, all is well. Virgo, overall energy for you is a 6 of Swords. You could be connecting with an air sign for a few of you. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the 4 of Pentacles. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we got here the Emperor. And then lastly for your Virgo is going to be the King of Wands in the reverse. So, Virgos, coming into your next 24 hours, you might be dealing with an Aries for a few of you, but 6 of Swords here to the 4 of Pentacles. Moving forward from what you've been holding on to is the energy that's representing here. I don't know necessarily what it is you have been holding on to here, Virgo, but it's about moving on from something that you couldn't let go of for quite some time. Excuse me. Thank you very much. So, You've been trying to move on from something that you couldn't let go of for quite a while. I think that in the next 24 hours here, though, you're going to be successful because you do have here the Six of Swords. Six of Swords represents I'm going in a brand new direction. So whatever you've been holding on to here is about to be let go of. Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is saying that it's time to get serious. I don't know why that's what's applying to this reading, but I feel like the Emperor says it's time to get serious. If I really want to move on from someone or from a situation, I have to actually commit to going forward. It's almost like you've had 1 foot forward and 1 step backwards in the moving on process. You would say that you would move on, but your behavior would be different. Instead of actually moving on and taking action to do the things you need to do to move on, it's like you would partially do it and then you would still be kind of stuck. So you're realizing that if you truly want to let go of something, you have to fully commit. You have to give your 110% all into it. Looking at the outcome that's present, you got here the King of Wands reversed. King of Wands reversed in this situation, Virgo, is a card that represents a lack of action. So your outcome every single time you've tried to move on has been you still feeling stuck because there has not been 100% commitment. But coming into the next 24 hours for you here, Virgo, if you really want to move on from someone or something, you need to give it your all. So what does it mean by giving your 100%? Well, if you're moving on from somebody, you have to literally limit the complete contact that you have with them. That means not talking to them. That means not checking them or checking up on them, on social media. That means not having their number in your phone anymore. That means deleting their old photos. That means focusing on other people out there to communicate with and meet, right? If you really want to move forward from somebody, you got to be willing to limit yourself 100% from any sort of communication you can have. So you have to take those steps here if you really want to go forward. If not, you're still going to kind of feel like you've always had 1 step forward and 1 step back, and you're still going to continue to feel stuck on somebody. So you have to take that 100% route of commitment, you know? So I think that that's what you're realizing here in the next 24 hours, and I think you're setting out to do it. All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our first batch of zodiacs for today. Let's go ahead and go back to the water signs and see what's up here for the Scorpio. What do we got, baby? Messages for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got coming up here for Scorpio today? Messages for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we got for you, beautiful people. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, overall energy for you is the 8 of Pentacles. You could be connecting with a earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Looking at your current energy, we got here the 3 of Cups. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the Empress in reverse. And then looking at the last card we have for you is going to be the 7 of Wands in reverse. So, Scorpios, coming into your next 24 hours, 8 of Pentacles here to the 3 of Cups upright. I do feel like what you've been working towards has definitely been making you happy. I think that you're kind of excited here of whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you guys could have an exciting project you're working on, an exciting new business adventure. I mean, if you've started a new business, I feel like you're relatively excited about it. I think that you're getting pumped right now. You're putting in a lot of work. Maybe you're working really hard on a website or the products that you're getting ready to sell. I definitely feel excitement because you kind of have like a project in front of you. So Scorpio, that could be what's going on here for a few of you. But taking a look at what you're dealing with with the Empress in reverse. I feel like after a deep period of stagnancy, you're excited to get back on track. Now, I don't know what this stagnancy was representing for a few of you. You could have had a situation where you were out of work for a couple weeks or a couple months. You could have had a situation where you felt stuck in your life. Not sure exactly what happened there, but in the next 24 hours, it's like the gears are starting to get back into, working again. It's like you're kicking the gears in, I feel like in the next 24 hours, you're getting back to work on something. You're very ecstatic. You're very excited because no longer are you in this period of stagnancy. You're getting energies moving again, okay? Looking at the outcome that's present, you got here the 7 of Wands reversed. You feel like whatever restrictions you've had on you, Scorpio, are now being lifted. For example, it's kind of like, have you ever seen, when people break their arm, they have to wear a cast. When they're wearing the cast, they have limited mobility. They can't do the same things they normally do. It's like coming into the next 24 hours, it's like finally taking off your cast, No longer do you feel limited or restricted. You can do exactly what you wanted to do again. So, Scorpio, if you've had any sort of stagnancy occur in your life, I think that stagnancy is dissipating in the next 24 hours. I feel a sense of excitement to get back into something. All right? Cool. I like it for you. That energy of excitement's wonderful. Enjoy it to the fullest, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, we did our water. Going on to our fire now. Let's have a look here at the Leo, baby. What do we got going on for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up in here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. I just saw that Aaron goes, Aunt, are you growing out those curly locks? They look good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been thinking about getting a haircut for a while, unfortunately, because a part of me really enjoys having the longer hair, but at the same time, my hair is very weird, okay? My hair is not a normal person's hair. It's very finicky. It's very weird. It's very bitchy, okay? So my hair is a Queen of Wands in the reverse. So with that being said, I like it long. I've never had it this long before. I really am enjoying it, but at the same time, it's like I'm getting that urge to just snip it right off. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, let's see what we got going on here for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. Leo, what's up with you, baby? Overall energy for you is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. You could be connecting with a fixed sign, such as a fellow Leo, an Aquarius, a Taurus, or a Scorpio. Taking a look at your current energy, we got a Three of Cups. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Hangman. And then lastly for the Leo is going to be, hello. We have here the King of Swords in the reverse, and then you had a card that fell over, which was the Empress. I'm too lazy to get it, to be quite frank with you. I will pick that up afterwards, okay? So just know the card that fell on the ground here, Leo, that was the Empress card. So let's jump on into this, okay? We have here the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have here the Three of Cups. Coming into the next 24 hours for Leos, it definitely feels to me like something's changing, and whatever changes are occurring for you, it's a pretty exciting and joyous time. I do feel like the wheel is turning in your favor, because typically when you see a Wheel of Fortune, especially paired with like a very positive card, that means that things are going in your favor. So I do feel like fortune is on your side. Looking at what you're dealing with the Hangman. Now the Hangman can mean two things, right? The Hangman can either be the card of feeling stuck or feeling trapped, or it could be the card essentially of gaining some sort of wisdom or enlightenment. I think that you guys are becoming enlightened to what you need to do to turn the wheel in your favor. You're starting to get the information on what it is you need to do to succeed. Maybe there was something you were lacking originally. Maybe you didn't do something the right way, or you did something with a negative attitude and you're now recognizing, I have found the key to my success. That's a really general statement, but that's what I'm picking up here for you, Leo. I mean, looking at the outcome that's present, King of Swords reversed, and paired with the Empress, by the way, that's sitting on the floor, King of Swords in reverse would say, I don't feel determined, but then the Empress card upright would say, but I've grown out of that energy of feeling no longer determined to becoming empowered and enlightened and figuring out the key to my success. So that's the great combination with the outcome cards here, okay? We have the imaginary Empress upright, which is on the floor, and then we have here the King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is a very demotivated card. Empress upright is a card of growth. So you're growing out of a very demotivated energy, Leo, and you're figuring out whatever the key to your success is. Maybe you have been going towards a goal with a very negative attitude. Maybe you've been consistently down on yourself. Maybe you've let the opinions of others stand in the way of your success. But I feel like whatever enlightenment you're receiving is exactly what you needed to spin the wheel in your favor. So for those of you that have been struggling, trying to find success in a certain situation, it seems to me like you're going to find everything you've needed. All right? I like that for you, Leo. I like it a lot. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, give me 2 seconds, guys, to go pick up that dang Empress card that fell on the floor, and we'll be right back into the readings. I don't wanna fall in love. Boom. See? I told you it was that Empress. Whew. My cards keep running away from me, guys. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've been poorly shuffling recently, but it feels like I cannot shuffle without cards flying all over the dang place, okay? So, we finished up our fire and our water going on to the air sign. Let's have a look here at the Gemini, baby. What's going on for Team Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up in here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. Let's have a look at you, beautiful people. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Devil. Oh boy. All right, you could be connecting with a Capricorn here for a few of you. Typically, when we see the Devil, though, it could mean a multitude of things. It could mean, feeling trapped around negativity, feeling tied and bound to a situation. It could mean, it doesn't always have to mean something negative. It could mean something you're very passionate about, believe it or not. So when you see the Devil card, it doesn't always have to be the worst card in the world. It also could represent something something you feel super passionate about, something that it's almost like you're so passionate about it, people would look at you like you were obsessed with something, right? Let's go ahead and have a look at your current energy. Your current energy is a Queen of Pentacles. What you're dealing with is the Three of Pentacles. And then the outcome that's present is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, Gemini, I really feel like you're on your solo dolo flow. Like you're really in a position of time right now where you just don't feel like you need anybody. And it actually is very empowering for you. I think the Devil card is saying that I'm pretty much functioning all good on my own. And I'm really focused right now on me. And I think that other people look at that as you're closed off, like you don't care, you don't want anybody else to be a part of your life, or you don't want anybody to be, involved in your life. And that's far from the case. It's just like, I'm so focused right now on doing me. I'm so focused on expanding and improving my life. And even if people see that as a negative thing, to me, it's a pretty positive thing, Looking at what you're dealing with right now, looking at what you're dealing with right now, Gemini, you got here the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is putting in work. So Geminis, you're putting in the work right now to create the life that you want, and you really are completely focused. I think that some people may look at that as a negative thing, but for you, it's inherently positive, and I don't see why it would be something that's so negative, right? Because if you're focused on building yourself to be the person you want to be, living the life you want to be, what the fuck's wrong with that, okay? Looking at the outcome that's present, you got here the Eight of Cups. I feel like Eight of Cups in this situation is just simply saying that you're dismissing other people's negative opinions about you. You're focused on you. You're staying in your own lane. Of course, nobody's going to get to you when your energy and attention isn't on them. It's on you. So I feel like you guys are in the brink of your glow up here, guys. You're working very hard on yourselves and you're glowing up. You're growing here. And nobody can kind of get in between that right now when you're so focused on whatever it is you're working towards. So Geminis, I like that for you. I would say the people that have an issue with it are probably the people that want attention from you. That could be anybody in your life. Not sure if there's anybody in specific you can think about, but if people are having an issue with you doing you, chances are they just really want your attention, okay? So they can live without it for a little bit longer while you continue to do your best here to be living your best life. I like it, Gemini. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our water, our fire, our air, going on to the earth sign. Let's have a look here at the Capricorn. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours. All right, Capricorn, let's take a look at you beautiful people. Cappy, overall energy for you is going to be the Empress. You could be dealing with a Libra for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Ace of Wands. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got the World in reverse. And then lastly for you, Capricorn, is going to be the Four of Wands in the reverse. So, Empress card to the Ace of Wands. You've definitely grown. I do feel that for sure. And I think that you want to take all of that growth and put it into something new. This could be investment for a few of you. You might have grown your bank account, grown your finances. Maybe you're thinking about investing some of your money into real estate, investing your money into properties, or anything like stocks and shit like that. That could be something you're doing here in the next 24 hours, Capricorn. Capricorns are typically very good with money, so I'm sure you know exactly what you're doing. Plus, I don't give out any sort of advice, especially when it comes towards financial or medical advice, because I don't know shit. Okay? I know a little bit, the bare minimum, right? So I cannot give you any advice on that, but if that's what you're doing, cool. I'm sure you know what you're doing. Regardless, though, with the Empress here, Ace of Wands, I do feel like you've grown a lot and you're applying that to your future. Coming into the next 24 hours, you want to take your future to the next level with everything that's changed in your life for the better. So things have gotten better. You've seen living proof of that, and you're getting ready now to create a future that's even better than the one you're living right now, than your present moment. Taking a look at what you're dealing with the world in reverse. You know what this is screaming at to me personally? The world in reverse is about your past. The world that you used to have. That's no longer your world. What you did, Capricorn, is instead of having any sort of resentment to your past or any sort of negative energies attached to it, you've decided to learn from it rather than resent it. You've decided to learn from your past rather than to continue to live in it day in and day out. And whatever you've learned from your past is what you've used to create the wonderful present moment you're already sitting in. So instead of taking a look at your past as something that's inherently negative, you've taken all the things you've had to overcome, all the growth that you've received, and you've applied that as something to teach you to create a better life going forward. All right, looking at the outcome that's present, you got here the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse typically represents a little bit of instability. So I think what this is saying for you, Capricorn, is like, even though my life isn't totally perfect right now, I've learned what I needed to. I've overcome the hurdles I've needed to overcome. And I'm going to take the many lessons I've learned and apply that to creating an even brighter future. So I'm in a good place in my life right now, but it's about to get a hell of a lot better. And that's what I like to see here for you, Capricorn. That's what you're saying here. I've created a good life so far, but it's about to get a hell of a lot better because I'm going to keep applying all the lessons I've learned to be living a better life. I love that for you guys. Awesome. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our second batch of zodiacs, going on to the last and final batch for today. Let's have a look here at the Cancer. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up here for Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Cancer, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Cancer, overall energy for you is the Star in reverse. You could be dealing with an Aquarius here for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we got a Six of Wands. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the Queen of Pentacles, and then the outcome for Cancerian will be the Knight of Swords. So, Cancer is coming into the next 24 hours for you guys. The Star in reverse here to the Six of Wands upright. Star in reverse is typically, it could be an energy representing unfulfillment, like you're not feeling completely fulfilled, and that could be because of what you're doing. You know, the Six of Wands here, it is an energy of success, but at what cost will you go to gain the success you have? Cancer, it's almost like working your butt off to get something, but what and how does it impact you in the end? For example, a person who makes a lot of money typically will work a lot of hours. But what happens when you work all these hours? What do you miss out on? You miss out on time to relax. You miss out on sleep. You miss out on times with your family. You miss out on experiences with your friends because you're always focused on working. So the positive would be, I'm making a shit ton of money. The negative would be, I'm missing out on certain things in my life. So I think a lot of you guys are realizing it doesn't matter right now what I'm doing. I might have a sort of sense of success, but there's also a lot of things I'm missing out on, and that makes me a little sad. That makes me a little unfulfilled right now. So taking a look at what you're dealing with, Cancer, you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles. I think that coming into the next 24 hours, you're making a priority of yours to focus on self-care and to focus on doing the things that you want to do that you feel like you've been missing out on. So Cancers, if you've been working incredibly hard, tomorrow might be one of those days where you prioritize more time with your family, or more time for relaxation, or more time to go hang out with buddies and friends that you haven't really given the time of day recently. You know, it's prioritizing doing the things you haven't really had the time to do to create more balance in your life. You know, unfortunately, if you're constantly focused on one specific thing, that's not really balance, you know? That's more so off balance or unbalanced type of energies. So Cancer, looking at the outcome that's present, we have here the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords here says for you, it's time to go ahead and take some action to put aside what it is I'm doing and focus on the other things that need a little bit of my attention in my life. Whether it's about having to give yourself extra attention, your family, your partnerships, your friends, so on and so forth, you're getting ready here to kind of back off from what it is you're doing to focus on everything else you got to take care of in life. And dude, that's totally okay. All right? All right, Cancer, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all the water signs, going on to the fire. Let's have a look here at the Aries, baby. What do we got going on for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got coming up here for Team Aries, please? Messages for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my Aries peeps, we're going to grab ourselves one last shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully, all is well. What do we got going on for the Rams? Aries, overall energy for you is you. We got here the Fool in reverse, which is the Aries card in the tarot. So you could be connecting with a fellow Aries for a few of you. Taking a look at your current energy, we got the Four of Pentacles. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we have here the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And then lastly for you, Aries, is going to be the Three of Wands in reverse. So Aries, coming up in your next 24 hours, the Fool in reverse here to the Four of Pentacles upright. I think that this is saying that you can't really go through with doing something. It almost seems to me like the Fool is like, The Fool reverse paired with the Four of Wands is like being too scared to open up about something. So I feel like you're not opening up about something, Aries. I feel like you're remaining closed off. There's something you don't want to talk about. There's something you don't want to mention. There's just something you don't want to be open about, you know? Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Seven of Swords reversed. Chances are, whatever you're afraid to open up about is a situation that was regarding some pain that you've experienced. It was probably a pretty painful situation that happened. You know, maybe this is a situation regarding heartbreak. It could be a situation regarding somebody who deceived you or caused any sort of deception. And looking at the outcome that's present, Three of Wands in reverse, it's like you don't really want to give this situation any more attention. You just want to let it go entirely. So I feel like you're a little nervous right now to open up about something that has hurt you. And I think that this is an incredibly normal response. A lot of people usually feel pretty hesitant to open up about something that's hurt them because opening up about it means you're reliving it. And if you're reliving it, it means you're reliving pain. Who wants to put themselves through pain? Nobody. But at the end of the day, what I've learned in life is that by actually allowing yourself to open up about what you've experienced and by reliving that pain, you will become stronger, not only reliving it, but by embracing whatever it is that you went through. And when you allow yourself to embrace the emotions at hand that you're experiencing, you allow yourself to process it quicker and to release it quicker. So when you embrace pain, essentially, you let it go more quickly than if you were to keep on trying to run away from it, or if you were going to keep on trying to not deal with it at all. You know, it seems to me like you're not wanting to be open right now because you just don't want to go through pain, and I totally understand that. But instead of allowing yourself to go through pain and suffer, allow yourself to be open to this pain and use it as an experience to show how strong you truly are, and to use this experience to allow yourself to say, you know what? I embrace this motherfucker, and I'm no longer letting it have such a negative effect on me moving forward. You are way stronger than you think here, Aries, and you know that. So I want to see you guys really show your strength off in the next 24 hours. Whatever's bothering you, whatever's paining you, be open about it. Let those emotions come to the surface. Feel them. Engage with them. And you will see just how strong you truly are. All right? All right, Aries, I love you. You guys are going to be okay. All right? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our fire, our water, going on to the air signs now. Let's have a look here at the Libra gang. What do we got, baby? Messages for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours. All right, Team Libra, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves one last shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. Libra, overall energy for you is an Eight of Wands in the reverse. So you could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Taking a look at your current energy, we got the Three of Wands in reverse, what you're dealing with, Libra, the Seven of Wands, and then the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Cups in the reverse. So Libras, coming into the next 24 hours for you guys, Eight of Wands reversed, Three of Wands reversed. You don't want to do something, case closed is what I'm seeing here for you. I feel like it is a definite no, okay? So you could be telling somebody no, or you could be shutting somebody down, or maybe you're telling somebody that you don't want to talk to them. I just feel here for you, Libra, you are not doing something, it's a no. It's 100% a no, you know? Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Seven of Wands. You're saying no, and you're putting up your walls, and you're putting up your boundaries. You don't want somebody here to overstep them. Looking at the outcome that's present, you got here the Two of Cups in the reverse. Two of Cups in reverse says you don't feel connected to somebody enough to open yourself up to what it is they're asking for. So maybe you're mad at somebody and you don't want to talk to them because they've disappointed you. Maybe somebody here is, you know, trying to have some sort of connection with you that you're not really interested in. Maybe somebody here wants something from you that you're not willing to provide. But I think that ultimately you're trying to make your boundaries clear here and heard in the next 24 hours that somebody may want something, but it will not be received. So Libra, I see you giving somebody a clear and stern no in the next 24 hours for whatever it is they're interested in because you either don't feel the same or you do not want what it is they want in general. So that's the vibe that I have here for you. I wish I could give you more of a detailed message. Unfortunately, that's not really how it came out. It kind of just came out as no. So if you're a person in pursuit of a Libra and the Libra says no, respect that, right? You know, respectfully in general, we should always respect people's boundaries and respect the power of no, right? If somebody says no, they mean no. It is what it is, you know? It doesn't matter if your ego gets bruised. It doesn't matter if you want it or you want something. If somebody says no, that means no. You should accept it the moment they say it, you know? So I think that that's going to be the vibe here in the next 24 hours. You want somebody here to respect your boundaries. because it seems to me like maybe they've been pushing those boundaries. All right. So I feel like you're going to do everything you can here to have somebody respect your boundaries, and you're going to be kind of, blocking them off a little bit, cutting them off a little bit here so that they understand you're pretty serious about no. Okay. All right, Libra. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. You're very serious here about something not happening, and you're going to make sure they get the point, okay? By the way, Leo's Roar 1988, how's it going? Thank you for the $5 donation. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, okay? So, we finished up our water, our fire, our air, going on to the last zodiac sign of the day. Let's have a look here at the beautiful Taurus gang. What do we got going on for the bull gang, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got coming up in here for Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours. All right, my beautiful Taurians, let's get one last shuffle, and we'll see what's up, man. Hopefully, all is well. Taurus, overall energy for you is going to be the 9 of Wands. So, you could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Looking at your current energy, we got here the 6 of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, Taurus, we got the Queen of Swords. And then lastly for you, we have here the Page of Swords. So, coming into the next 24 hours for Taurians, we got here the 9 of Wands, and then we got here the 6 of Swords. Let's go ahead and talk about that one. I do feel like you're getting ready here to kind of open up about something for sure. 9 of Wands is usually the card that's like a little hesitant to open up. So you could have felt nervous to explain something. You could have felt nervous to talk about a wound or something that had happened. But I see you guys being pretty open here. So you might be telling somebody what's going on or how you've been feeling, taking a look at what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Queen of Swords. I feel like the Queen of Swords is about wanting to just be vulnerable. And if I want to be vulnerable, I have to be willing to put all the cards out on the table. So this is about holding nothing back. It's about simply taking down your boundaries and your walls and saying, look, here's everything, okay? So I feel like you're going to be completely transparent with somebody in the next 24 hours about how you've been feeling or what's been going on with you. And in a way, it's going to be a pretty liberating feeling for you. Sometimes it's really nice to take off your armor that you've been wearing and say, you know what? Even if I'm not protected, it is what it is. Here is all of me. Here's what's been going on. Here's the whole situation. So it can feel pretty liberating to do that. I mean, looking at the outcome that's present, we got here the Page of Swords. I mean, I feel like when you do kind of convey what you need to, your message is going to be pretty well received. So Taurus, by being as transparent as you can in the next 24 hours, I think it's going to be a very beneficial solution to having somebody else know how you feel, especially if somebody here has been kept in the dark for a while about what's been going on with you or how you've been feeling about a particular situation. So this could be about having to talk to your partner how you've been feeling, your friend, your family, or maybe even people within your workplace. But if you've had something to get off your chest, I think you'll really benefit from it in the next 24 hours. So for any Taurians that have been feeling this way, don't bottle anything up. In the next 24 hours, take your armor off, be incredibly transparent, and I think you're going to have a very freeing and liberating experience. And also, it's going to be a very positive experience because what you have to say is going to be very well received. I think that you're going to be dealing with somebody who listens to you, understands you, and understanding is a very important thing as well, because not only are they listening to you, but they're getting you, okay? So I feel like it'll be a great time here to blow off some emotions or to open up, about some emotions that you might have been holding back from certain people in your life. I think it'll be a really good time here to convey those in the next 24 hours, all right? All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving motherfucking forward. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the daily reading. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it resonates, let me know down in those comments down below. Shout out to the peeps that come out Monday through Friday. Thank you for your love, everybody. Thank you for your support. You are super duper appreciated. I just wanted to say shout out to everybody who sent in donations today, guys. They help a lot more than you know. Thank you so much for your generosity and kindness. For everybody who's in the chat right now, if you guys could drop a like, I'd appreciate that too. It helps put the channel out there, so I would appreciate it so much. If anybody here is new and you like this channel, definitely consider subscribing, baby. If you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I would appreciate that so much. Real quick, everybody, today I uploaded the water signs for the weekly tarot reading, so that's going to be from today to the 17th, April 11th through the 17th. Water signs, your weekly tarot reading is available. Check it out, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Coming up tomorrow, I do have the earth signs. You guys are late. I apologize. Getting back into the weekly reading routine, it is going to be a little bit of an adjustment for me, so bear with me, guys, but earth signs will be out tomorrow. So your 11th through the 17th of April tarot readings will be available tomorrow, 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check it out. By the way, Kathleen Anderson, thank you so much for that $4.99. Really, really appreciate that. Thanks, Hannah. handsome Anthony. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation and the compliment, love. I really appreciate it a lot. All right, so just wanted to give you that update. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you'll be out tomorrow. And then moving throughout the rest of this week, probably the goal plan here is to get on the mid-April readings. So those will be coming out probably at some point this week as well. So yeah, with that being said, guys, we got a couple readings coming out soon. Thank you for spending time with me for the daily. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys had a great day so far. I hope you had a great weekend. Happy Monday to you guys. Start off your week right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you set some wonderful intentions this Monday to have a killer and badass week, okay? I love it, you all so much. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love to my soul fam, and have yourselves a good